WOCN, Word of God to the world.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jerry Jones, and the name of my company is Mega International, and we're here today on a program that we've invested in called To Be Informed. Here we're working with several people that I'm affiliated with we've done their nonprofit, their 501c3, and they want to talk a little bit about the things that are going on in the field of nutrition and some of the things that are happening in the States and traumatic experiences that they've had, and trying to help with health benefits that maybe inform the public of things that they can do. And I also have my assistant developmental officer with me as well, Miss Lika Liu. And we have we have Miss Nova, and we have Miss Lika Sars. And she's here today, and we're going to be able to talk a little bit about the program. Miss Sars, you want to expand a little bit about the program? Let everybody introduce themselves one by one. Lika, say hello.
Hello, my name is Lika Sar. I'm from Senegal, West Africa, and I've been living in US for 20 years.
Okay, Nova.
Hi, I'm Nova Kafele Lily. I'm the owner of Star Lily Feminine Wellness and Retreat Spa Ministries in Highland, California.
Hi, my name is Malia Lee. I am the developmental officer for Mega International and Associations here from sunny California. Thank you for tuning in.
Okay, Lika, we're gonna turn it over to you so you can speak up and talk a little bit about the program. Lika has been helping a lot of the people in Africa and a lot of people here in the States as well in terms of what she wants to talk about. They're going to be doing a new film and some other things that she's going to relate to the audience now at this point. And Nova's been doing a lot in the field of nutrition and foods and teaching us how to have better health eating habits and stuff that we may be able to benefit by. So right now we're going to talk with Ms. Lika and let her explain to you about some of the, the cutting processes that are going on with the women in Africa so that she can bring forth some education to some of the traumatic experiences that they've been having, and let her be able to tell you a little about what she's bringing forward to help the people in the community that's been traumatized by some of the things that has happened through her culture. My name is Jerry Jones, and I am president and CEO of Mega International, and our phone number is 310-337-1169. And I'm going to turn this over to Ms. Lika Sars. Lika.
Hello, my name is Lika Sar again. I have my foundation name, they call it Colors of Africa. And Colors of Africa is something that is really important to me because I was born in Africa and literally raised in America. I came here when I was really young, and with everything I learned from my culture and American culture, I just wanted to do something that will teach people here the things we can bring and teach people in Africa the things they can learn from Africa. And I am working on a project right now that is cutting. You can go online if you want to have more information. It's cuttingthemovie.com. And it's the female genital mutilation or female genital cutting. I find I knew it was happening, but I didn't know that much about it until like a few years ago with a good friend of mine that introduced me to it. And if you go online, you will find more information about it. And it's cutting the female genital, the clitoris part off of it, so they will not have sexual pleasure, they will not have to be with other men. That was the purpose of it. But now we find so many other problem that it brings, meaning pain, meaning also difficult procedures that they close them, or when they are married, they cannot be even with their husband having pleasure sexually. And also some of them have hard time having children, and some of them having trauma, and some of them have also trauma off of it, and then they pass because of infection and all other stuff off of it. So that's what I'm working on right now. And it's so many information that we can help these sisters that are here now. Almost like 55% of African descent that live here going through that. So we can help them, you know, go through it, meaning healing them emotionally, you know, and doctors and have it to be able to help them go through life with helping them, because it's so many ways we can do it. And my purpose, the thing I really want is for it to stop. And Senegal is one of the country that literally, not a law, but everybody else have a law in Africa to stop it, but Senegal will be the first one that literally stop it. Between 2008 and now, we have over 5,000 region that signed to stop it. So we want to make this movie to help those girls, those women, to let everybody else know that what they are doing are hurting them.
So let me iterate. In the culture of Africa, are these mutilations taking place early in their childhood, or is this during their teen years, or all over?
It's all over. Some of them is early, between 2 or 4. Some of them is their teens. Some of them is before they get married. Some of them is their firstborn, depending where you're from.
Oh, okay.
Where you live in Africa. It's when they do it.
So as any of the Asian countries and other surrounding countries are trying to find a way of making sure that this doesn't continue happening, or it's just hard for the government to implement that kind of a program?
It's not hard, but Senegal is the first country around the world stopped it.
Okay.
And what we're trying to do is to get that chance of Senegal fighting for it so we can make the movie. And for that, if we make the movie, everybody else will follow.
Okay.
Because literally is the door to open everything else. Senegal.
Now, by you being here on the program and informing people and educating them in terms of the traumatic experiences that they've had already, you know, one of the things you can do, you can get back to LICA by calling our number 310-337-1169, and there may be some help that you may want to input, helping her with some things. So please give us a call, and I'll let her continue talking. Okay.
Yeah. And my hope and wish is to have enough help from America, from everybody else that can help, and to be able to do this movie. And every year, summertime is the moment that they do that to girls or women or whoever they need to do it to. And when those things happen, at least we can go to places, put the movie, tell the parents what it does to the children, what trauma, what medical issue that it gives them. Because later on in life, let's say somebody come here in America to live, get in love with somebody, they cannot even have a relationship. even if they're married, they cannot even have a relationship, be with their husband normally, or they having, issues of bleeding or scar tissue, trauma, all of those things. And that is really something that it's have to stop. And having these people helping, cuttingthemovie.com can help us go village by village, fight village by village, country after country, and let our voice know to everybody else for them to stop it. And also for the girls to be able to have somewhere they can run to when the parents want to do that to them.
Another question that comes to mind is that during the administration system here in the United States, a lot of the people in the medical field are probably informed about this happening, and I don't know what is being done, but I'm sure there's some programs out there that could be helped to implement the people that are already hurt by this already, and it's a traumatic experience that they're going through, and I know there should be something in place. And if not, we need to get with different people to lobby here in the States to make sure that we have an opportunity to do some changes here in America.
Yeah, we have February 4th is no tolerance for that. So that day is locked to be a day that they do not take no tolerance to do that to anybody. But at the same time, I feel like it's not that much awareness for anyone. They have everything else, but that is something that, to me, is number one. It should be number one, that to stop it, because literally they do it without no medical. They do it with razor, or they do it with knife without you having no medication or anything. It's crazy. And some of them, they go through it, they die right there. They die right there because of the shock, the hurt that they are going through. So.
Well, I'm really glad that I had an opportunity to bring you on the program, and I definitely want to be able to inform everybody about this that goes on, because prior to her, I had read about some of the information in terms of the African tribe doing various things for the women and for the satisfaction of men, but I wasn't aware of the traumatic experience that they were going through in terms of the cutting and having women go through things. And I'm sure there's a statistical data of about several hundred people that have died from this over a period of time. But what I would like to be able to see here in the States is what type of program could be implemented in order to be able to help the people that's already been affected by it, and then to be able to see if the government, where she's going, however steps it takes with us, or helping through programs that she's going to implement to make it happen over there, that they don't have that consideration have considered to do this anymore.
Jerry, isn't it awesome how God placed this vision in Lika's heart, and how we get to be a part of it, because you did Lika's 501c3 for Coloring Mind Africa, and now we can promote awareness of what's going on in Africa with this cutting, and we can help raise money and for this movie,
Cuttingthemovie.com.
Cuttingthemovie.com. So yes, please, ladies and gentlemen, find time out of your day and let the Lord speak to your heart, and get on the website and see what you guys can do to help promote this awareness, because as God people, we were all called to help each other. So this is a great thing, Lika. Thank you. We appreciate you.
I'm happy that I'm here.
I met Lika some time ago when I was doing her 501c3, and I was impressed by the things that she was trying to do, and I felt, we were talking, and I said, well, maybe it'd be nice if you just came on the show and, get a chance to expose yourself to other people that are not privy to this information. So at that point, I said, she said, well, I'm working with my herbalist and nutritionist. I said, well, bring her too. So, and she said, okay, well, I'll do that. So that was enabling her to be able to talk on the show, and there was certain information she was bringing about what she's doing in the cutting, and the nutritionist could also inform us about the food and stuff that's killing us here in America. So now we're gonna talk a little bit with Miss Nova. Miss Nova, now tell us a little bit about you, and then we'll go back to Miss Lika and talk a little bit more about this cutting, because we want to make sure that this gets addressed.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. It's my pleasure and my honor to be here today. My name is Nova Kafele Lily, and again, I'm the owner of Star Lily Feminine Wellness Retreat Spa Ministries, and I'm located in Highland, California. And first and foremost, Lika Star is my sister in spirit, and I think what she is attempting to do is so awesome, to assist women in the healing of, and the awareness of, and people's awareness of genital mutilation. And so for every reaction there is for every action there is a reaction or solution, and we're part of that. And what my spa or shrine actually does is we help people with nutrition, as well as what we call vaginal steaming or yoni steaming. And it's something that was practiced in antiquity. And this is helping with the sisters that have suffered with genital mutilation by means of healing their vaginal areas that have been cut. As well as emotional residue or emotional release from that traumatic experience. So when they come to us, we do what is called a vaginal steam or yoni steam. Yoni is Sanskrit or Eastern Indian. In the Eastern Indian language, it's called yoni, the vaginal area and reproductive, fallopians, ovaries, uterus, what have you, in the woman. And we steam them over a pot of healing herbs. They're actually on a steaming throne. It kind of resembles a toilet, but it's not a toilet at all. They feel like queens. They feel like goddesses when they are, and we give them goddess service in the love that, and understanding that they are lacking about the situation and what they've experienced. So, those herbs can include anything from aloe vera, which is age old. I mean, you can trace aloe vera back to, ancient Egypt, Kemet. And we grow like 65% of our herbs. Another herb that's important with that, even to drink it: aloe vera, red raspberry, chasteberry, black haw, maca root powder. There's so many different things that actually heal, tone the uterus, heal the scar tissue, and also stabilize hormonal balance in the endocrine system in women. And so this is also just not for the mutilation, women that have experienced mutilation, but just a monthly regimen, because that our ancestors used to practice this as a sacred practice. After childbirth, they would steam the woman over a pot of frankincense and myrrh, and that would help with delivery of the afterbirth, and also help tone and heal the cervix and the vagina after all of the laboring that a woman would do. So it's very important that we team, because this is something that we just do anyway, just for women's healing. Because not only is there genital mutilation trauma, but there's just trauma, generational trauma from the wounds that we've been carried in. If you even go back to slavery and the things, the oppression and the things that our mothers, our foremothers, grandmothers, great-grandmothers have experienced, we were carried in those wounds, and we had to just push on no matter what. And so we are the products of that today. And a lot of people are, they're operating and functioning and just pushing on, but they haven't addressed that psychological, generational wound trauma. And we bring that baggage or that excess or that residue into our relationships, and that's what my sister Lika was stating as far as, the trauma in the relationship. You can't have a sound, or it's difficult to have a sound relationship because you're holding all of this inside, and inside the heart and the womb and the mind. So I just think that it's very important to bring all of this to the forefront. We have a solution. I advocate for my sister. I'm like her #1 supporter. Forcutting.com, the movie. It's going to be a beautiful documentary, very informative, and just bringing total awareness to communities abroad, across the nation, about this issue. And it's an issue that must stop. And as she's saying, it's over 5,000 villages now in Africa, in Senegal, that have literally, they stopped it. They did away with it. So that's telling us something. So now this information is coming here to the U.S. And actually it's been in the U.S. because the author, Alice Walker, the author of The Color Purple, she's also very, just very active with this issue as well. So I'm like, if we're hitting it in all the directions, soon, very soon, this will be history. But there's still going to be, like I stated before, the issue of the trauma. So that's where the vaginal steaming comes from. The herbs, the teas, the diet, the release, the affirmations, the prayers, the meditation, the yoga, and all of these things, so that we can finally understand what it was, why it was. It's out of ignorance, and then it brings us into a place of, acceptance, and then we can move on in a healthier direction.
Well, I don't know about you other ladies tuning in, but I know definitely I want to visit Miss Nova's shrine and get this yoni process, as well as learn the proper diet and nutrition that we all need. Oh my gosh, we're so blessed to have them on the show. We're so thankful for this relationship, and that people like this still exist. Come together and unite and try to fight for a bigger cause that's beyond us. It's really a beautiful thing. We're very blessed to have you ladies and all the knowledge you guys have shared with us today. So please visit both of their websites and do your part. Thank you.
You want to give them your website again?
Oh, sure. I generally Facebook. I have a Facebook page, and it's Star Lily Yoni Steam Feminine Wellness Retreat Spa Ministries. You can find me as Nova Kofele on Facebook, and my website is starlilybirthing.webs.com, WEBS.com. Star Lily, 2 L's in Lily, birthing, because I'm also a doula as well, someone who assists births as well. And we also have shrines in Detroit, Louisiana, St. Louis, as well as California, in Los Angeles. So you contact me or Lika. My number as well is 562-786-9898.
Okay.
Awesome.
Now you, Lika. What do you want to say to make everybody know, and how they can help and bring forth any expertise or monies or donations to this program?
Okay. Right now, my biggest wish is not even a wish, because it's already happening. So what it is here, what I want right now is a lot of people donate and help, even if they don't have anything, to just go to the website and come and help for what we are fighting for. Cuttingthemovie.com, and my phone number is 951-208-3991. And what I wanted to do is helping these women, helping these girls. Because if you sit and you think about it, just when we even have a cramps, like we're like, oh my God. But imagine these girls are being held, both hands, both feet, cutting them without no medical help. I even cannot understand that. It's too much for me to understand. The only thing I want is I'm starting this to help, and for the rest of my life, this is what I want to do. Helping these girls, helping these women.
Okay.
And you can help us from cuttingthemovie.com and my phone number 951-208-3991.
I'm more than delighted that God has put all of us here together, and I hope that I have been instrumental in bringing this forward, that we can inform you, and that there's things that you may be able to pray and help this thing to come into fruition, that these things that they're going through will not continue, keep happening. And I appreciate everybody being on the program today. My name is Jerry Jones. My phone number is area code 310-337-1169. And I want to say thanks for Malia coming on. She's my developmental officer training program that we're working on. This is Miss Nova. She's working in nutrition and foods. And this is Liquor Star, who is going to have the movie Cutting. And my name is Jerry Jones. So it was a pleasure for us to be here today, and we want to give thanks to God and everything we do. We look forward to hearing from you. Area code 310-337-1169. I am Jerry Jones. Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
OCN, Word of God to the World.